What is the problem that your business is driven by to solve?
You're always thinking and caring about your business, and you want other people to do the same thing. And I found if people are passionate and they want to learn and they're engaged and they're committed and they care, those are the type of people you want to work with.
I think it's a really important lesson that all business owners who are thinking about starting their own venture need to learn. Hi, we're here with Dave Gulas, who is joining us as a customer showcase, and we're lovely to have you on the show. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, thanks, Bridget. Glad being here.
Tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I am the president and co-founder of EZDC 3PL, and we provide warehousing, fulfillment, and transportation services for e-commerce brands. So this is for brands that want to outsource their fulfillment, where they don't want to manage a warehouse, manage employees, negotiate parcel rates, and handle all the other challenges that come along with logistics as you're scaling a company.
How do you do that? How do you set something up like that? That must take quite a lot of expertise to set up.
Yeah, so we started with just one warehouse. We've got two at the moment. And yeah, we've been in the pharmaceutical space for the past 20 years, our team has. And we were looking for another industry to develop another vertical. And we saw a lot of people within the e-commerce space where brands were just not happy with the 3PL.
What's 3PL? Don't know what that is.
Third-party logistics.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a whole industry where there's thousands of 3PLs throughout the US. And statistically speaking, right now, 60% plus of 3PL customers are not happy with their 3PL. And so we noticed that firsthand with people we met, where they were having challenges not getting proper communication, orders not going on time, just constant customer service issues. And the recurring themes seemed to be, if they didn't have, such a large package volume per month, that they weren't getting, good service. And with our background in pharma, it's a very high touch customer service environment. Everything's going overnight. Things are always urgent. We're dealing with small business owners that have to, have this medication. So we thought our brand of customer service would fit well within the 3PL space. And we had excess space available, and we just jumped in and did it.
So what would you say, Dave, therefore, the problem is that you've fallen in love with, or your team has fallen in love with? What is the problem that your business is driven by to solve?
Well, for us with the 3PL, it's just creating a positive customer experience. And, like you said, the solution can change over time. In hindsight too, it's quite apparent why there's so many customers that are not happy with the 3PL, because running an efficient 3PL is very difficult, right? And as good intention as you can be, things are going wrong all the time, and there's so many moving parts within logistics. So you're constantly having to be on your toes about every step of the supply chain and where things are at. And people make mistakes all the time. Factories make mistakes, carriers make mistakes. Customers make mistakes. We certainly make mistakes. And I guess the problem I'm always looking to solve is just making sure that whatever happens, that we respond accordingly, and we continue to keep things moving properly so that the customer has a good experience.
What have you learned lately that's been a game changer in solving any issues inside your business? So what's been the new thing that you've realized, that you've adopted recently, or something where you've just thought that has absolutely changed the way I do things?
For me too, I just learned to just never assume. Right. And if you think someone's going to do something, or if you think something's going to be handled, but I just learned to be a lot more involved. Whereas, sometimes too, I maybe took my eye off of the ball and just assumed certain things would be handled if I didn't double or triple check, or if I wasn't ensuring that a situation or a certain person was satisfied with the work or whatnot. So, I've just learned to pay a lot closer attention to all aspects of, the different details, to ensure that, if there is a problem or something going wrong or something not being done, that, we catch it, right away as quick as possible.
When you started your business 2 years ago, did anybody recommend, or did you immediately know you were going to start using a certain tool? What was it? And then 2 years later, now that somebody might come to you for some business advice about starting up, what tool would you recommend to them? So it's kind of like, it's called an inheritance stack.
For me, I'm always thinking sales, right? And that's where, so a good CRM, I think, is a must in terms of being able to just prospect and stay in touch and follow up and do all that.
So which one do you use?
I use Pipedrive.
Okay, and tell me about Pipedrive. Is it good?
Yeah, I mean, it's good, you know, your emails sync, you got clear ways to distinguish the pipeline and where every prospect is at within the sales cycle. You know, task list, and it's cloud-based, and it just everything flows very well. And
Would you just recommend Pipedrive to somebody else? Or would you just say whatever CRM it is that you use, you need to use a CRM?
yeah, well, it's funny too because you know, and I don't want to get too deep in the weeds here with 3PL, but like even when we started the 3PL, like we have for our business, it's called a WMS, warehouse management system, right? So that's like an essential tool that the customer has their own software where they can log in and you have it on your end. That's how you fill the orders and see the tracking, the data and all that. But you know, people told us you can't even start a 3PL without having one of these set up. And then as we get out there into the market and we're dealing with other, you know, companies coming from other competitors, I was shocked at how many 3PLs don't use a WMS. They're literally keeping track of inventory on Excel spreadsheets.
Is there a tool that you use inside your business or company that you kind of love and hate, that you wish you didn't have to use, but you're kind of embedded in using it regardless?
Well, you know, going back for us in the 3PL world, it's the WMS.
Okay.
And you know, it's the, you know, the heart and soul of your business, and everything runs through it. And and we've switched several times as well. And it's funny, anytime I'm speaking to a fellow 3PL owner, very quickly in the conversation, they usually ask me, "Hey, what WMS are you using?" And I found that because like other people said, listen, they all suck in their own way, right? Like no one's happy with their WMS, truly, right? But it's something that's, you know, it's necessary. You have to have. But I think it's just the nature of supply chain is so complex, and building a software for all these different situations, you know, it's not so easy.
So at the moment, what do you think does drive growth for your company?
For us, I think it's just the online visibility to where like the podcast and the stuff on LinkedIn and whatnot, in a way, it just is a way to get me out there where people can look and see what I'm about, see the type of person I am. And it's almost like a digital handshake, other people have called it, to where it helps, you know, because to make a sale, right, they have to like you, they have to trust you, and they have to understand how your product or service is going to benefit them. But by posting content and being actively engaged and visible where people can see you, you're helping establish that like and trust ahead of time before you might ever speak to somebody.
Anytime you've fired a customer, anytime when you've had somebody use it and you just think they're not right for you, how would you handle that?
Yeah, so we've and again, that's probably one of the bigger mistakes we made, and I made, really, is just you know, I've had other 3PL owners say the same thing. They're like, we all go through this. Like in the beginning, you want to chase every deal and you want to just try to grow as quick as possible, and you end up maybe taking on business and projects that aren't the right fit for you. So we've certainly gone through that challenge, and yeah, and again, right, it's nothing personal, but if it's not right, you know, sometimes it's time to make a change.
I think it's a really important lesson that all business owners who are thinking about starting their own venture need to learn, which is that you can't say yes to every customer. It feels counterintuitive because people are trying to give you money, but you have to have that. You have to suddenly very quickly know and understand and feel confident about who it is that you're selling to. Okay, last section of this showcase interview, Dave, which is the would you rather. It's like a quick fire. Okay, so you just want one word answers. Would you rather throw out your phone or your laptop?
Laptop.
Okay, why?
I mean, I don't want to throw out either, but I guess if I had to pick one, I could survive easier with my phone.
You could run
Uh,
your business on your phone, do you think?
no, but I mean, if I have to pick one, I don't. Okay, I guess I change my answer to neither.
Would you rather get a new customer or double your sales from an existing customer?
Double our sales from an existing customer.
Would you rather be invited to speak at one of the conferences that you go to, or make a new sale?
I guess make a new sale. I enjoy speaking, right? Love to do that, but I mean, you're there, right? You're there to network, you're there to learn, and you're always looking for new business. But I guess if I had to choose, I would
Would you rather work with a team of experts or passionate learners?
passionate learners.
Tell me why.
I mean, because, right, they'll become experts, number one, and right, you're always thinking and caring about your business, and you want other people to do the same thing. And I found if people are passionate and they want to learn and they're engaged and they're committed and they care, those are the type of people you want to work with.
Would you rather be known for product quality or customer service?
Well, I mean, customer service, but our product quality is our customer service, right?
Mhm.
So, but I mean, that's really our value
That's what you're
prop.
competing on.
Yeah, like we want to create happy customers.
Look, I think we could all learn a lot from you, Dave. You've obviously been in business for a long time, and you've, especially from coming from the perspective of a sales background, you know what it's like to have to hear 100 no's before you get one yes, and to have built a good and successful business in the last couple of years. As a business owner, it's really impressive. And thank you very much for sharing your story with us.
Thank you.